you take your leprosy hand to write. You don't have respect for the people who bought your father. Is it every Calabar? Do you know your roots? That you talk to me. You don't know that people own this Calabar? You are law-abiding. Igbos, I don't know them. I don't know where they come from. Because I know that if not for British intervention, I would still be selling them. The way my father sold them. Now, look at you people in Igbo land. Look at how you are dying. Woto. You are talking. You will do video to sell that Elijah has run away. You don't see me? I don't run. Leave me alone. You don't see me? I don't run. On my head, no correct. On our head, no correct. The be like son they look for who go finish on her. Look for her everywhere, finish on her. And they see me. Igbo people, hunt them down and kill them. Don't show them mercy. They are worse than the devil.
Hi guys, of Friday, okay for guys. I wake up this morning now. I come to see House of Thre do issue a statement to Canadian government. Say me that woman when made that statement say he go keep Benin for working place. Kill Yoruba, they need that ASAP. Understand? And secondly, no be the way when law take the work for Nigeria. No be so it take the work for diaspora. Understand? As of Thre, Muna Chai know all these things. Because that woman get many evidence to use against you people. That woman get many evidence to use against you people. Understand? Because all this nonsense not be today starts. Remi Tinubu, that is the first lady, he threatened Igbo during that campaign. Say now so they go kill Igbo, collect their property. Videos dey. Understand? Oba of Lagos threaten Igbo say na so they go kill Igbo if they no vote for Abonde. Na so the Igbo throw them for inside lagoon. Videos dey. MC Oluomo threaten Igbo say they no go if they come vote they go kill them. Videos dey. Lagos speed media for Twitter threaten Igbo say Igbo must go for 1 week. Go check and tweet dey. Understand? All these things not be today start. Because na Igbo woman now everybody everywhere don burst. Because he talk one thing, everywhere don burst. Meanwhile, Yoruba people they issue threat against Igbo ever since nobody talk o. As of rep not come out issue statement o. Understand? Because all this I be Benin boy, I not be Igbo. Muna not coffee say because na Igbo na no, I be Benin. I know say wetin the woman talk not good. But inside there, not be today all this thing starts. Not be today starts. Understand? I first talk and say, you no fit use bigotry take win election. You go expect good thing. Now be this Tinubu government. Because now bigotry, tribalism now they take win election. Now they take campaign, do everything. Understand? But today now, the bigotry, the tribalism in Nigeria, it do too much. It do too much. If they want to share the country, make they share the country, make everybody go. Because all this one way you can see Igbo as your enemy, see Yoruba as your enemy, see Edo as your enemy. Whereas all this individual not be your enemy. Now the government not be your enemy. Any country where things not the function where now so they be all this tribalism must come out. Understand? More not because the woman don't talk one thing where we say yeah, he not sweet us. We'll come say make the young brigade make the killer. No. If that woman get many evidence to use against Nigeria government or even Yoruba people, he get many evidence. Go Twitter, I get videos of Oba of Lagos, threaten Igbo, MC Oluomo threaten Igbo, Remi Tinubu threaten Igbos. They do arrest am. They do arrest am. You know how many Yoruba they issue threats against Igbo for Twitter on a daily basis. They don't arrest them.
If the federal government wants to arrest anybody that is responsible for tribal war, they should start from Asari Dokubo. With the way he's speaking, it shows that if he have the opportunity to harm the Igbos, he will do it without looking back. I know so many people might be scared of him because they are after the poor civilians. When we see truth, we should learn how to speak the truth. Some of the Edos and some Yorubas, they started this whole thing before that woman retaliated. It's not that I'm supporting her. I know what she said is very, very bad. Let me leave you to hear from this Yoruba man. Hear what he said about the Igbos.
Whole tribalism and, tribal baiting or ethnic baiting that is going on in Nigeria. I think it's time we stopped this nonsense. Permit me to call it nonsense because it's too much. If we can say the whites are racist, how can we all even be worse amongst ourselves? Now, you do know that if you're on the space of social media, you would have heard an Igbo woman who was in a meeting. I think that was a Twitter live or something, or Twitter space or so, amongst other Igbo people, and perhaps reacting to something I don't know who did to her, perhaps a Yoruba person did to them, and she was reacting angrily that enough is enough. Don't be letting them do this to you. In fact, right now, we begin to poison Yoruba people. Put rat poison, or tapia, she called it. Put rat poison in their food. In Canada, I think she's abroad. We'll put rat poison for them. Let's kill them. Nonsense. Nobody has monopoly of this. She was talking, and that was too much. How can you say you kill an entire race? That you kill them slowly and they'll be dying gradually and they will not know what kill them. And then, of course, Abigail Abiri was very quick to revealing the face of the woman. And in fact, when the woman was even saying it, she was like, oh, that she's proud to say it. Then let them record her. And then Abigail Abiri has released her face and said that people are reporting her to Canadian government and all of that. Very lovable, very sweet. But then again, another issue broke out from that conversation because Nigerians have not started embarrassing Abigail Abiri. Someone, the owner of Lagospedia, a Twitter handle that pushed for ethnic cleansing of Igbo people in Lagos State, that says that the Igbo must go protest from the 10th of August to wherever in August, and that all Igbo people must go, they will kill them, they will do this and they will do that. And people started telling her, Madam, excuse me, how you were swift, we understand how, we commend you on how swift you were to calling this lady out and showing her face. How come you were quiet? Why this young man of Lagospedia was carrying this ethnic baiting? How come you did not say anything? At least as much as tweet a little bit and say, oh, this one that this boy is saying is very wrong. You don't say anything like that. Till now, we're not sure of any apprehension or if the boy is in custody or if he's released from custody. There is no clear-cut punishment to the young man who's in charge of that handle, who called for ethnic cleansing. So should we continue like this? One moment is Hausa and Igbo. The other moment is Yoruba and Igbo. The other moment is, what is it? What is going on?
It is very difficult. You see, we've come a long way as a country. And I've said it before that if you say Igbo must go, if they go, can you sell spare parts? Can you sell spare parts? Now, let's say all Igbos go back to Enugu, Anambra, and you need a spare part for your motor. Do you have the money for Webi? For them to Webi that spare part from Enugu down to Lagos? Do you have it? Can you sell Okrika?
A business is not a representative.
Can you sell Okrika? If there's no Hausa, see, anybody can do any business, but there are some business that are particular to some ethnic group.
That means they understand that line of business.
Yes, we have what we call something like ethnic division of labor.
Just like Igbo man no go do suya.
Yes, absolutely. It would be strange to see an Igbo man doing so, and before they perfect it, maybe they would have cut their hand in the process. An Hausa man, it is an ancestral occupation. So the thing is, we are useful for each other. We are good together. And let's be sincere with ourselves. These are the people that are paying tax. These Igbo people in Lagos State, these are the people that are renting luxury houses. If you minus the Yoruba, the other ethnic group that are spending in the clubs, renting hotel rooms, living well, contributing immensely, they are the Igbo people. So if you now say because of politics you want their task, but when you don't want them,
you want to coexist with them.
You don't want, not that you don't want to coexist with them, you want to lord over them. And I've said it that, you see, if you want to lord over them, first you need to go and change the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because the constitution says that you can live anywhere. What that means is that as you are now, you can decide that you want to wake up tomorrow and you want to go and be living in Sokoto.
Okay, so Dr. J, just before we go, because we don't have time, why does it look like this particular ethnic baiting is more right now that we have President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Remember, he's dragging people back or taking people back to what the wife said in 2019 election that became more popular in 2022, 2023. That she said that, oh, Igbo people will pursue them and take their properties and all that. Because it's looking like, oh, this whole Igbo must go. Is this an agenda that was
what
set?
People want,
because the presidency is not taking decisive action.
Want,
and then I'm sorry to say, people would have thought that people like Bayo Nanuga would have been properly reprimanded by the presidency for the way he always goes towards ethnic slurring. But the presidency has never reprimanded him publicly to distance themselves from his conversation. Nothing. And of course, he still retains his position. What do we do? And then the Igbos that are doing it, they're not any better.
That Lagospedia, if that guy had been in jail by now, it would have sent strong signal. And I'll say that, you see, what people really want is a kind of like zombie, to use the word of Fela Nicola Mokuti kind of thing. You want people to live among you, but you want a situation whereby you tell them sit, they sit. You tell them stand, they stand. And when you go to US, when you go to UK, Nigerians contest the election, you are happy, you rejoice, but you cannot live with an Igbo man.
PM and it's a good thing.
It's a good thing, but you cannot live with an Igbo man. So what will bring an end to this thing is proper justice. You can't see. Let's just tell ourselves the truth. There are intertribal marriages. There are marriages that are thriving fine, that are doing well between Igbos and Yoruba people.
So how do we get to that justice?
Now, the thing is, if you begin to do injustice to Igbo, you end up breaking that marriage because that Igbo man will wake up and see that, oh, see what your people, see what they are doing to me.
So, Dr. Diji, what is the solution?
Well, the solution is reorientation and justice. Let there not be selective justice. Let there be proper justice. If you make any, for instance, all this ethnic something, does it not fall under a speech? Is it only when you abuse government that you've done a speech?
So is it
only when you abuse government? For instance, what government even call this? If I say, oh, Tinubu must go now, they'll say it's a speech. Well, how is that a speech? Igbo must go, is that not a speech?
You're hating Tinubu.
Is that no? It is. Is that not a speech? So what we need is justice. Then
how do we get that justice?
Where we can get that justice is the people at the end of affairs. For instance, that Lagospedia something. For instance, imagine when MC Oluomo said, "Oh, Yashukuji, if you don't vote," all of those kind of things. If MC Oluomo had been dragged before a court of law,
and can you imagine?
That would have sent some signal.
Just to set that record straight. MC Oluomo said that the police said we should, because it was a commissioner, said we should treat that as a joke. Meanwhile, in reaction to that statement, the SND of Ajagwe State quickly said that, well, if you to threaten us like this in Lagos, we'll call our brothers in IPOB to come and help us. And guess what? That man is still in Kirikiri till today for mentioning the IPOB.
You see, imagine.
He's still in Kirikiri till today.
You see what I'm saying?
Is that what you mean about justice?
Yes, the man is still in Kirikiri, but MC Oluomo is working scot-free. And the thing is,
escorts, by the way, sorry.
The thing is, for you to dictate to the Igbo, one, there has to be two constitutional amendments. Number one is, if you want to vote, it should be put in the constitution that if you are residing in a place that is in another place that is different from your region, the monarch there, like Obakiolu, has the right to tell you that this is the way to vote. That is the only way that because
when you decide for people who to vote for, would that be democracy?
What do the political class want? What they want, what is bringing this problem is they believe that, oh, Igbos will not want to vote for APC. But the truth is, the right to vote for whoever you like is a fundamental human right.
So let's even look at it from the presidency. The fact that Igboho was released after all that he said and his agitation for Yoruba nation and all that, and then Nnamdi Kanu is still behind bars for the same agitation. Is that part of the justice that you're talking about?
Yes. You see, the thing is, this justice thing, you see, what I realized Unfortunately, I've not had any bad experience with Igbos, and I can share this with you for free. That when I was first going to travel in my life, that I stepped out of this country, the person that was instrumental is an Igbo guy. His name is Umokeke, which is an Igbo name. Oh God, an Igbo name. Umokeke. You know, an Igbo guy. He was quite instrumental. For instance, I went to the embassy. I was in Abuja. I was to stay long. Then he said, "Oh, Deji, there is an Igbo woman in that embassy that I have a contact. Let me speak with her." She spoke with the Igbo woman. He spoke with the Igbo woman. When the Igbo woman came out, she received my documents. Lo and behold, heaven is my witness. I received my visa the following day. So fast. Igbo guy, Umokeke, Igbo woman. I can't remember the name of the Igbo woman. So the thing is, if you now come to somebody like me and you tell me to hate Igbos, for instance, there was a time I appeared on your program, and immediately I left your program. Somebody sent me a message on my social media abusing me. If I can remember, it's a title that, oh, those Igbo that you are supporting, you know, they cannot save you when the time comes, you bastard. And I'm like, well, for me, I don't care. I hope your father has done a DNA test. It is true. Because, no, I don't think that. I hope that your father has done a DNA test. I think for anybody to convince you negatively about another tribe, there must be kind of like lack of exposure, lack of education, and disorientation on your own part. Because for me, when no Igbo has offended me, why would you expect me to just be hating Igbo? No. In fact, Igbo people should try and give me a name. You know, I said that Precious promise, maybe me I'll be Peter. It will be Triple P.
So this time around,
it will be Triple P. You know? So the thing is, you cannot hate Igbos for no reason. Because, see, imagine, you have an issue. You see all these things, oh, we are just being crazy. Oh. It is just craziness. Because I said in one of my recording that you that you are Yoruba, they are only using you as an instrument. You go now. You go see Igbo girl, you where they look me. You go see Igbo girl where you like. You go toast am. If she gree for you, now go the row. Why tribalism no enter your head at that point in time? Why? If you are looking for a job, you are a graduate and you are very desperate, and you enter an organization, and the person there is an Igbo person, why you don't turn back? Say no, this is Igbo something, I don't want to go. If your car spoil, if it spoil, when you go to Ladipo, why you know they ask for Yoruba shop? Say, oh, this one are Igbo shop. So it is just when you are sick, and the doctor that is to attend to you or to operate your wife, if they recommend your wife for labor, for CS, if that doctor, if it's an Igbo, you will remember that doctor is an Igbo. So if you fall into this category, what do you need to check? You need to sit down, relax, begin to check yourself by yourself. Check your brain by yourself. And think that, you know, you are passed through primary school, where if you are lucky to, secondary school, if no Igbo has hurt you personally, and even if an Igbo man has hurt you personally, as Yoruba not hurt you personally, okay, so as Hausa not hurt you personally, so the thing is, so why take it personal?
So what do you think Abike Dabiri would have done differently?
Abike Dabiri, what she could have first, I think, Abike Dabiri, so long as I think she shouldn't be quick to reveal the face of the woman. And I would have loved the situation if I see, you know, Auntie Abike, when they are making all these wars against Igbos. If Abike had come out at that time,
there's no evidence that
it would have been good. When Lagospedia was saying all those trash,
do you have any evidence that
she didn't come out? And another thing is, please, for the sake of God, Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho committed almost the same offense. If you are in that, I'm a Yoruba man. My name is Omoshola Deji. 100% Yoruba.
Your papa said
my papa ancestor. In fact, I'm not mixed. I know they mixed. Now conk Yoruba. You can see my car. I'm not even know, but the spirit just lead me say, make I just put on my cap today. Now I'm on my thinking cap.
And those in Imo State, those in Anambra, those in Enugu State, some of them are planning, thinking that they are going to capture Simon Ekpa, extraordinary rendition Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. I will be their end. The way you are targeting Simon Ekpa is the way Simon Ekpa is targeting you. From tonight, there is no step you take I am not aware of.
So, my people, this divide and rule government has finally got what they wanted. Yes, and we pray that this will not end being bloody tribal war, because the way it's going right now, like it's only God that will save Nigeria. Yes, this one is not just in Nigeria. This one now is international. So, after the House of Representatives wrote a letter to Canadian government, concerning this Igbo lady that said that she is going to buy, those Yoruba and the Benin that are working with her. So the Abike also wrote to them, concerning the matter. So this is the reason why Simon Ekpa as well posted this today, my people. Let me just read out what he said here. So Simon Ekpa said, I have equally directed the Office of Foreign Affairs Biafra government to constructively brief the Canadian government of what led to the said video, and we are ready to defend that lady in Canada, whether she supports Biafra or not. We will fight Nigeria at all levels and all corners of the world. You push the woman to wall and you expect her not to push back. Please, Biafra in Canada has been directed to collaborate with all other Biafra relevant offices to see that there is an adequate presentation of our sister in Canada. And people, like some people are saying that this particular issue is what is going to expose Nigeria, because we can see the level of hypocrisy that is going on concerning this matter. Just as my first video that we Igbos condemned in total the behavior or the character of that particular lady. But looking back of the events that have already happened, especially during the 2023 election, how these people were kind of less concerned about what some people did to Igbos in Lagos. Even after the election, what Igbos went through, Nigeria government was less concerned. And then now look at how House of Rep was so quick to respond to this issue, my people. Like, this is really laughable, When people complained about how quick, especially this Abike, was, then what she said that, those matter that people are now saying, or what people did to Igbos, that it was not, in diaspora. So that is not her work. Her work is because of this lady live in abroad, so she have to act. Like, this is really terrible, honestly. And not only that, so I hope you guys have seen the video that made this lady to say what she said. Like, that video is also terrible. And I believe the person in that video is also not in Nigeria. The person lives in abroad. I don't know why this Nigeria government, leave that particular video. Then everyone is now focusing on what this lady said. Just as I said before, that we have already condemned what that lady said there, like it is abomination. But what about what this person said? Even the person did not even just say that, they're going to buy Igbos. They say even their own children, So this is really terrible. This is why, people are not saying that lady will definitely, defend herself, because it was through that video that made her react the way she reacted. So my people, I don't know what you think, but let me allow you guys to listen to Mayogo again and hear everything that he said here, because he came with a video evidence as well. What other tribe are doing to Igbos, especially even Asari Dokubo, came online with with gun, threatening Igbos, and Nigeria government did not do anything. Like, this is really unfair. If truly they want to prosecute or arrest this particular lady, I think they need to also arrest everyone that is involved, even those people that have already started this tribal war, this tribal bigotry, even before the 2023 election, as well as what our first lady said, and also Bayo Ononoga. Like, all these things, need to be addressed before we start talking about arresting this particular lady who based in Canada. Because what is good for other tribes in Nigeria is also good for Igbos. So we really need to, do justice in this matter. Let me allow you guys to listen to Mayego and hear everything that he said concerning all this brouhaha that is going on.
Or should we say the preference to how the states react to any act of, let's use incitement. We said tribal bigots. They are enemies of themselves, enemies of the people, and they must be shut down because 98% of them are politically motivated. On these streets, we saw an Oba that targeted the Igbos and promised to kill and dump them in the lagoon if they fail to vote for his own political god or his own chosen candidate, APC. We have seen the wife of the drug lord, Rat, also jokingly threaten the same Igbos. We have seen those who have promoted this APC, Ekpa tribal bigotry, aimed and targeted at the Igbos, and we have condemned them all, everything. And while the state that seems to be the sponsor continue to look away, right? They were rewarding the outspoken or the biggest, whatever it is you call it, the biggest bigots among them, to the point that you can tell the reason why the bigotry is going nowhere is because the bigots are those in power. And like I said as well, they do not represent anyone but their own selfish, personal, hateful selves. So we now concluded that if you have anyone from your tribe, because this bigotry is in every tribe, ethnic, nationality of that exists in that contraption. But we now realize that the reaction from the system yesterday and up to this moment, they kind of are beginning to be more suspicious, but at the same time, their involvement and the escalation of it is also a blessing in disguise. Ask me how. The moment that the House of Representatives in Nigeria wrote a letter to the Canadian government to look for and prosecute Amaka Patience Sonbaga, then everybody started bringing out all of those who laid the foundation for this bigotry. And this is just the beginning. So if they are interested in it, then people started suggesting and introducing those who are meant to be prosecuted, same as Amaka. Even though Amaka was said, she said, oh, they said they are looking for me to come and arrest me. To come and deport me. Me that I am a Canadian citizen. Nonetheless, yesterday, the Nigerian House of Representatives wrote this lengthy sort of a petition, right, against the lady that said, the Igbo lady that threatened to poison Yorubas and Benins anywhere you see them abroad. Now, we found other things as well. For example, what led to that? Remember this same set of people who were on that same TikTok, attacking the Oba of Benin, where we discovered Ajibola, and then one Ekong from Akwa Ibom, across river. Yeah. Who were kind of sounding as Igbos in that exchanges, where they called the Oba of Benin gay, and they called the Benin Kingdom that. So these exchanges of we must poison the Yorubas, we must poison the Benins. So from our findings, also started from this. So people are digging more. So here is the first one, where someone called for the killings of Igbos and their children abroad as well.
Since the fish say they get the power or they get the right, we will let them know say we be Benin people. We know what we shall be do, we do unto them. Both I dey put this thing now and make our people both home and abroad the year on. Maybe say anywhere they foresee their children, unalive them.
Okay. Anywhere where they see both children, may they unalive them. Okay. Now our children, they want they go for Abi.
Google wait, Sam, oh yeah, the video. God damn it!
And yeah, the verse.
Benin Empire, now Empire they call and they not say Benin, they not say Edo State. Now Benin Empire. You not get right to the talk to us anywhere you see their children, unalive them, both home and abroad, America, Europe, Africa, anywhere in the world, unalive them. Since the fish.
We're like diamonds in the sky, shine bright like a diamond, shine bright like a diamond, shine bright like a diamond, beautiful like diamonds in the sky, shine bright like a diamond. I want it all.
75 days since the last day of last season.
So that was when she took her own turn to say, anywhere you see Yoruba and Benin working with you as Igbos, poison them. APC, thank you, as the divide and rule seems to kind of, be working, even though it is also failing. We are talking about it, so everyone can tell before you fall into the trap of these hateful elements here and there. It is ideal to possibly have the background. A whole Oba in Yoruba land, Oba of Lagos. They don't even like to call themselves Yoruba land anyway. In 2015, 2015, he made this threat, and there was no consequence or consequences till date. This was the first time that an institution, supposedly a royal institution in Yoruba land, will publicly, shamelessly threaten other tribes, other ethnic nationality because of one single man, Tinubu. He was never called to order. Rather, the bigots like him, if you crown a bigot, that won't make him a king. It makes him a crowned bigot. Don't be surprised. The society, people like that, are influencing.
One of you, I swear in the name of God Almighty Allah, goes against my good and Ambode, inshallah, will be the next governor of Lagos State. The person will die inside this government. I'm not ready to beg appeal to anybody, and that's why I said and the governor says, that is your own. Even the two of them, they cannot disobey me. So nobody knew how I pick somebody. Jimmy is my blood relation, and I told him in a plain language, he can never be governor in Lagos for now. Kingdom belongs to God. I'm not begging anybody to go, but you must not. What you people cannot do in Onitsha, what you cannot do in Aba or anywhere. If you do what I want, Lagos will continue to be prosperous for you. If you go against it, you will perish in the water. One of you, I swear in the name of God.
So that was the beginning. Whenever you hear the Olori Buruku Ronukus talk about the Igbos insulted their Oba, The Igbos said they will remove Yoruba Oba. The Igbos, no Igbos said they will remove any Yoruba Oba. They were talking about that former police officer that is now a king, Tinubu's king. He targeted the Igbos, profiled them, pronounced the hatred openly on them, and they dare not talk back. And guess what? 2 Yorubas were running to be governors of Lagos State. One of them wanted to be governor, Ambode, Jimmy Agbaje. But the bigoted loonies decided to stigmatize one and eulogize the other using tribal bigotry openly. There is no Yoruba Oba that will tell you that in their domain, he has any reason to what? To threaten the Igbos in his domain. No Yoruba Oba anywhere in Yoruba land. But that was the beginning. In 2019, again, using their own, what is called the influence, and to threaten the Igbos again. This time around, it was rats. Remi Tinubu. In 2019.
I'm in love. Hey, mommy.
What?
Sonia tomato mix, stand up, Sonia tomato mix, stand up, Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up,
I'm in love. No, but with you, of course, my darling.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
So what she was practically saying there was that they were going to inherit all the Igbos. Okay? Because, I mean, they love the Igbos so much. This is like APC, not Yorubas now. This is where they kind of get some of you who are already losers to join them in the bigotry Olympics to start with. They were laying this foundation in their Lagos, in their Shito there, right? And the whole context was like, the Igbos are not listening to Tinubu, even though inside his own family, he's got Igbos as member of his family. Among those who are helping him to loot here, dupe there, manipulate left, right, and center, there are Igbos among them. Those who are helping him to launder money, those who are helping him to all these things, they are not just like, there are Igbos who are among them, but they don't give a damn. The impression is that political.
And those in Imo State, those in Anambra, those in Enugu State, some of them are planning, thinking that they are going to capture Simon Ekpa, extraordinary rendition Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. I will be their end. The way you are targeting Simon Ekpa is the way Simon Ekpa is targeting you. From tonight, there is no step you take I am not aware of. I am waiting for you to make a move. But know this fact. I am more closer to you than you can ever be to me. Those looking for Simon Ekpa to kidnap, my word to you this evening is that I am more closer to you than you will ever be to me. You will understand that in a matter of days.
So my country people, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you kawa, where you chillax. They hear my obunge voice. My country people, break it, informate, don't land. So make you come summary and give on a one by each. The one where we get here, now this one where we say Igbos must go agenda where we say don't they catapult they come. You get one woman as on they see on a screen where we say this woman in the Canadian passport, and so you can't kawa so many things you can't talk about Yoruba, so can't talk say Yoruba, then say yes, say this one he go do them because of waiting then talk about the Igbos when he dey for Lagos. And this one can't draw where we say House of Representative as on the KYC for a screen don't consent the bunge letter give the Canadian government say make them grab this woman called Nigeria so that she go face the gbege where we say she don't use her mouth to go put for her problem. And this one when it happen, my country people, I go in the show na the video when he be say we cost waiting make this woman talk this one because the thing be say them been con shout for am you will be say Yorubas and all those people been con tell and waiting no good to say yes say then go do Igbos this one for Lagos and as a con say waiting Igbo they call defense and so this woman con kawai come out to con they talk but big thing be say they no touch light the thing when it happen no. They no touch light when he be say them being attack this woman and this woman can't talk waiting he be say it no make sense at all. I go begin the show now that one. But before I go do that one, no make us still carry on and make una see put waiting and waiting down shell. Make una see as he take B. And this one can't shock Bola Tinubu because in wife he been I can't talk so many things when he consign about Igbos. People come dey chook mouth to say if this woman go face any gbege wey be say for the law court or for the things when he be say he talk say even Bola Tinubu wife and other persons when he be say don't talk things when he be say no make sense for the country say then go follow the law because nobody is there above the law. My country people make una here put all the thing when he be say the gbege can start and how this woman take a talk and wetin make the woman talk wetin he talk. When we come back we go begin the touchlight all the informate them because Bola Tinubu he don't shock say oh say you no say him wife go follow put mouth for this kind gbege talk.
Daniel, I will still talk to you. You are on the FYP. You have to receive my course. Are you listening to me? You and all your generation, all your Igbo generation, the biafra, all the Hindu Koko, you shall perish. This your protest you are bringing, no protest is going to work. Because we know you people are the people hiding under the protest. It's not going to work. You will say you don't have handle, you don't want to protest, so you are the one championing it. And this useless Peter Obi with his small useless voice is the one financing this protest. Under this protest, when you start it, you will see what will happen. You people will die and nothing will happen. Heaven will never fall. So that's it. So
make we begin the show them. Even you do the time. Uga muja you Thre. Una mi obi go koke. Siola pane. Ima kan via ya yiga. Imana mi ana so na mi de osra. Kingsley. We check una neya we 2017 the person wey sees Biafra flag for stadium. Na me do am we go court. And I defeat them. One Mariah squad making any party where go there, they see me enter there because they don't say I go run them enter them. And they don't give me food now where I go take run enter them.
From South Africa, from Namibia, from Zimbabwe, anywhere you come from, run from there.
I told community they do our 31st anniversary. May ya take poison A managing and I self, I will ask you lie. I go teach them lesson. If I who tie born eri me, oh boy ya who you are, ya gbel ya who you are, I'm the PRO to community. Eto we ado tota, o mo ri igwe ade. Mo mu ne o inworo ya who for wa. E pale pakani.
All those bad news you hear in Nigeria, those bad news, majority of them, they come from this Igbo clan. My people, Africans, unite and stop Igbo. That is all I want to say. Thank you very much.
So if you do not really do Agwania, if you do not any Benin person will stand on this way of freedom, we go match and pass. Whether you do passport, we go match you pass. Whether you match and go match you pass.
We get xenophobia for Nigeria. Xenophobia we get for Nigeria like the Igbo. They are the second xenophobia like South Africa.
Yes.
Let me talk. Shut up your mouth, Mr. Man. I'm talking. Don't shut up your mouth when I'm talking. Look, this is the problem here. South Africans, I want you to understand that there is a particular group of Nigerians that are causing problems in your country.
Go and fix our problem.
Yes, you are right. Hold on.
We don't care which type of Nigerian you are. Go be amazing in your own country.
Can you listen to me? Let me talk. Wait. We know the people who are causing problems in your country. And these people, we ourselves as Nigerians, we want them gone. Don't go.
If you don't want them there in Nigeria, what must we do about them? You must come and face them. Don't come and lecture us with your nonsense here.
Don't listen to him, Jerry. That guy is a clown. You know what? I don't like this thing of these people coming on here and then they have their own tribal.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And then when we speak about Nigerians, the Yorubas will come and say, but not us, you know?
To a light, broken hearts is trying. Sorry, you're the baddest in the city, girl. I want you out to run me, and I want it tonight. Hey, we could play some mission, it won't even make a difference. I'm the one that's gonna serve you tonight. Yeah, taking off your halo tonight. Yeah, you don't need to know that you're mine. Yeah, hold your neck and look in your eyes. Please take off your halo tonight.
Agbero when they insult, now they monitor on back to back now for Lagos State. Now do anyhow, now they go quench in her back. Everyone, they not come out during the protest. So. If you try it, you see my this thing now, Ofe Manu, they don't give me name before. I be Ofe Manu, I don't accept them.
And see, people, not believe me, because word, we want to say for Yoruba, no. If I was saying 40 book, I only mind 40 Yoruba, I want to think back to back, there, Mama, who would give you back.
Kalone your be fashola ni adiwo wetin we go show na for this Lagos here. Una no fit. Millions of na no fit for Lagos.
Wọ́n ti fọkùn sí àwọn ọlọ́run kánà ní máa bọ́ wù ẹ̀ àwọn òwúrẹ́ tó bá kọ́ ní ìlú ló máa ẹ̀sìn
Yorùbá don take deal with Nana
kánà ní máa bọ́ wù ẹ̀ àwọn tó ń sọ.
Yes, so my country people, I believe I don't touch light to see what in there can happen. Where be say this woman can kawaii, that one can talk. Say yes, say he go do this one, he go do that one, give Yoruba people, and this one now waiting can happen no, because now the full video where we say we don't sama give on. My country people make on for the cause the punishment where we say they don't they say they go sama give this woman. People come begin the chukuma to say if this woman go face the same penalty as we both take about put them. Say this is a person then where we say then go so face and because they don't talk things when he be say it no make sense. And this one when he share as on they see for the screen, he say Bola Tinubu wife, yes, Remi Tinubu, he been don't talk, say yes, he talk say he go make sure say Igbos them, then Kawai come out for Lagos, and he no be only I'm talking that one, no, even this other person, Oba of Lagos, don't talk say anyone that does not vote Ambode will be thrown into Lagoon. Oba of Lagos, now talk this one, and this other person been told say what I know is Igbos will not learn until they see a massive attack on their homes and businesses. Until that, they won't fear us. That's the truth. This Obonge APC chieftain, he can't say, Bayo, no, guys, say, I owe no one apology for ethnic slur against Igbos. They are threats to Yorubas, and this one, I waiting, he can't talk. And all these things, we say, yes. So many things don't happen. Even one kind of Obonge senator been done conquer, talk, say, yes, Southeast deserves by not a presidency. This one. Now waiting don't share and all these ones now people when me say don't talk one or two things when it concern the Igbos, but they never face the law. And this one conquer while they talk say yes, we will invoke Lagos deities to chase away the Igbos who refuse to learn our language. Those that insist not to marry the Yorubas, we inherit their belongings. And this one when he talk, now Bola Tinubu wife for Remi Tinubu. And this one he shock them, he shock even Bola Tinubu because he no believe say in wife go follow the kaput this kind thing about the Igbos. Next one from M. Solomo say anger as M. Solomo threatens Igbos voters in Lagos. And all these ones now waiting don't share. People come begin the chukuma to say if this woman don't cover, I can't talk things when he be say he no go well because waiting the woman talk, he no make sense at all. And this one when he talk, he can't they talk say yes. If this woman go conquer why they talk this one, then be say all these people when you follow the talk say then supposed to face the penalty because no one is there above the law. And now waiting can share because the one will be say they can't they show the thing where the woman talk can't leave the one where be say people where be say them Yorubas been talk against the woman we make the woman converse put can talk in own. My country people I believe say I don't see waiting don't share people can't begin the chukuma to say Bola Tinubu all these things they happen when you dey for government and your wife don't follow. People don't begin to drag her out to say, may she come explain, put, waiting, she means say, then go take over the properties of Igbos if you be say they no marry from Yoruba and all those things. And this one, you know, follow makes sense because Igbos, they don't say, yes, we dey face marginalization. They say, for Oladipo, I said, they then put our houses. For in Alaba international market, we need to see things do well because they say Lagos no be our home's land. Say make we come out to go our place. And all these ones now waiting don't share. If not your first time to meet this channel in my country, make you do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. You go just book for the click button so that now for here we say go they give information when it concern your local language. You want enter market, we go carry another bonge information to carry concern on one by each.
Good evening. There's a leak video on WhatsApp that is asking the Igbos to leave Lagos or else. Other ethnics I don't know. But what can you say to it? You are in one Nigeria and like I've been feeling, one group cannot ask another people to leave a particular place. What do you have to say about it?
Now, thank you for that wonderful question, Mr. The anchor of this big platform. But one thing, first and foremost, I want to say that no group or no ethnic group has monopoly of rascality. This is Nigeria. The Igbos has always been used as scapegoats in this current dispensation. That is why you see that in this protest that was ended, the Igbo man have refused to stay away from protest, knowing fully well that he or she they will be tagged as the sponsor of this protest. The same Igbo man that has been deprived of presidency, the same Igbo man that feels he does not have a sense of belonging in this contraction called Nigeria. Now some persons are saying the Igbos are too disrespectful. Some persons are saying that it is high time the Igbos leave Nigeria. The same Igbos have been championing for the biafra cause. So I think at this point, if the government or the people feel they cannot stay with the Igbo man again, they should allow the Igbo man go. Because if I belong to a family and I am not welcome in that family, and then I've been disenfranchised of my rights in that family, I don't think it is my obligation for me as an adult to do a change of name, of surname. That's it. From now, I denounce this family. So they should stop. They should stop all this blame game. Those championing this hate are those in government. Truth be told, an individual can just wake up one day and say Igbos should go. It is not possible. He doesn't have that popularity. He doesn't have that clout. Some persons in government are championing this. Igbos should leave Lagos. Now, if the Igbos leave Lagos now, those that claim to be the leader of Lagos, can they rent all the shops in Lagos? Can they rent all the apartments in Lagos? That's one of the politics the states, the government have played, that they see there is no support in the southeast. Today, they are saying that Igbos to go. Even an average Igbo man is even tired of the taxation in Lagos. An average Igbo man is tired of the molestation from some hoodlums who attack them every now and then. You saw it. They are saying when that in build up to the protest towards this August 1st, some persons went to Lagos Island Market, Balogun, to precise, and then there any Igbo man say nobody should come and protest or else their shops would go for it. And now this is a country that has a governor, a state that has a governor. Now are you saying that the governor of Lagos State did not see or watch that video? Let us away from that. The same people now, when he build up to the protest in Ikorodu, some person threatened Oro masquerade in this state, Lagos State government, that anybody that comes to protest, the Oro will use the person as sacrificial lamb. We have a governor, we have senators, we have presidents, and that video went viral. Nobody condemned that video. Nobody said enough is enough. It has always been the Igbo man. When Nigeria is not working forward, it is the fault of the Igbo man. When the president has failed in his economic plan, it is the fault of the Igbo man. When the Igbo joined the protest in 2020, they said Igbo man want to spoil Lagos. Igbo man ruined Lagos. It was the Igbo man that vandalized all the properties in Lagos. Now that the Igbo man has refused not to join the protest, it is the Igbo man who is sponsoring the protest. What thing is that there are you have some political bigots championing this hate against the Igbo man. Just like what my friend used to say, like Nigeria is like a tricycle. They have 3 tripods. One of it is missing, and that one that is missing, I've said, okay, since the south and the north, since the west and the north are saying it is always their own right to become the president of the country, then own it and then leave me to my own business. But if those championing the affairs of the country, if the country is not working, let's see, they call the Igbo man it is the fault of the Igbo man. Now that the Igbo man has refused to protest, are you saying if it was the Igbo man that issued that threat, won't that man be arrested now? Let's not forget. I think the Yohaneze Indigo leader, the first time that said IPOB would overrun Lagos. DSS has arrested him for about 2 years ago. That man has said he will send IPOB to Lagos. Yes. He has been arrested. So now the same person who has issued this threat now is nowhere to be found. And the governor of Lagos State the deputy governor of Lagos State was in Arise TV today saying he would be arrested. Why would the man be arrested? But if it was Chukwu Emeka Ndigo, Emeka Chinedu, issued a threat against the government or against the people of this particular region, what would have happened to that man? DSS would have gone after him. DSS would have gone after him. So what I'm trying to say is that enough of all these blame games on the Igbo man. Okay. The Igbo man has failed. He does not have a sense of belonging in the country. So why a failed government should not be attributed or to attach to the Igbo tribe? Igbo is not the cause of the failure of the current president. Igbo is not the cause of a failed economy. And Igbos are not the failed, are not the cause why Nigeria has been stagnant since 1960. I think at this point, my call to those people championing for this hatred against Igbo is that they should resist from it. Tomorrow the ball might turn. Yes. And then later on, it will fall into your own thing. Nobody has a monopoly of rascality. One thing that is that we are also for peace. Just like what the deputy governor said, we should go after the person calling for the Igbo Monthly campaign and then deal with that person. Deal with the person. Let the person pay the price of that threat. Thank you for having me. At this point, you have to say you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Thank you.
Join the excitement with Betano, the premier sports betting platform in Nigeria and proud official partner of Aston Villa. Enjoy our award-winning experience with fantastic betting options, cash out, and engaging missions. Discover even more exclusive features. Join now and receive a welcome bonus of up to 200,000 naira. Betano. The game starts now.
All right, we'll have our guest right here, so we're going to go right on to him. He joins us right here in the studio. Mr. Ibrahim Abdullahi is the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP. Good morning, and thank you for coming on today.
Thank you. My pleasure being here.
So, a lot happened over the weekend. Your party was right there in the news, different states. You know that already. Rivers, Ogun, all talking points, major talking points. Bauchi somehow came into the fray. So many are wondering, okay, of course, some people are not exactly happy with the way some things are. But this morning, we understand that several meetings holding to see how they could address some of these issues. But right off the cuff, what's going on? Was this how it was planned to go?
No, certainly it won't be the way it was planned. It just came up as a necessity because when you are managing issues to do with people, you are expected to have such a development. Managing even a home front, Chamberlain, has proven difficult over history for a husband to be able to manage the family effectively. Sometimes if the woman is in charge of affairs, maybe she's the breadwinner of the family, you know, it's always a contending issue. And so you can then imagine when you now upscale it to the level of managing a country. And a political party like ours that lost election for almost a decade now, would be expected to confront this kind of challenges. But certainly, like I've always argued, PDP has the capacity to be able to navigate itself out of this quagmire. You know that it's the only political party that has remained with the color, name, texture, and all of the objectives that it came up with in 1998. All the other four that were formed together with the PDP in 1990 have either fizzled in the thin air or metamorphosed into, some other platforms, including the ruling party. But PDP still remains its name, itself, and everything. So we are certainly going to come out of the quagmire. But certainly we are confronted with a lot of challenges, but it's something we can be able to storm.
Well, I know it was PDP that came up with that word. It's a family affair, because now the PDP Governors Forum, after that held, you heard the governor of Rivers State, how he referred to whether you're from Bauchi, it doesn't matter about the party structure. So people wonder the leadership of the party at the national level. It just appears as though this is one very, very heavy bone to deal with.
Well, it's not something we were not aware of before it happened. The nature of Wiki, like, like everybody will confess in this country, has been that of assertiveness. He's one person who believes he can say anything that he wants to say and get away with it. But it was not a comforting development, I must confess to you, even within the secretariat. None of us was happy to hear that, and the entire PDP family was not comfortable with that, narrative Wiki was putting. We do know that we have the capacity to overcome that problem. It's not one person that would dictate for the party. Nobody has that capacity. It's, again, bringing me back to what I earlier stated about our capacity to navigate our problems. And nobody has the monopoly of power or violence, to unleash on the party. The party is stronger than any of its members.
So when the Bauchi governor was said to have made that statement, what was he supposed to do then? Was he supposed to just watch and the party leadership didn't seem to say anything at the time? Or was it okay with them?
No, we're not happy about it. But the maturity with the party is what has informed the silence from the governor. He's not expected to be on the street as well, joining issues with one of ours. We believe Wiki is ours. Has he at any time come out to say that he is refuting or denouncing his membership of the PDP? No.
What I meant was, what was the party's position on the statement he was referring to, that the Bauchi governor said they were going to take the party structure and give to somebody else, maybe the governor?
I know, that's not exactly the position of... Wiki is not in the position to make that statement. It is within the powers of the party.
The Bauchi governor says so?
No, the Bauchi state governor was expected to speak the way he did, which is that Rivers State is one of ours, and Governor Kubara is in our family. Therefore, you will not expect it. Don't forget the genesis of this issue. About a month ago, when they had a forum meeting in Enugu, they came all out, and the journalists besieged him as the chairman of the Governors Forum, and he did say at that meeting that we are not losing Wiki as our friend, we are not losing Fubara either. We will do everything possible to ensure that the family of the PDP. So here you have to strike a balance to ensure that nobody is scattered in this issue. What we are saying is that the governor is the chief executive officer of the state and is the leader of the party in Rivers, as far as we know. Anything short of that, you will not expect the chairman of the Governors Forum to go.
Tell me about today.
They said that
every single
I really want to be able to get a straightforward answer from you. From the party itself. He said I will make trouble.
Yeah, we were gone for what? Weekend.
He was referring to something.
3 times a day. She told you everything there is to know.
It was clear for everybody to understand that the governor of Bauchi State is interfering in the determination of the Congress in the state of Rivers. And I don't know if
I'll take it for your
themselves. They offend the governor of so the chairman of the Governors Forum and the leader of this PDP going forward to now keep quiet in the issues affecting Rivers State, because that's one of our states, and we work so hard to get that state. We should have been able to manage his words carefully. That was a very disappointing remark. And we were not expecting him to say that, and we are not with him on that.
Go check
it. We are with everybody. What we are saying is that was a very, very bad statement for Wike to make, and we are not in support of him.
I mean, we heard in Rivers State, one of the things that some of the people who were elected into the Congress were talking about was reconciliation.
Wow.
So to have a campaign together. Is that even going to be possible with the divide in rivers? Is this something, because this has gone on for a very long time. This is an impasse that even the president waded into, remember? Now, if the thing is still going on, is this something that you think they can handle? Is it out of their hands?
We have handled more delicate issues than this. Such as 5 years. There are several of them. You know, if you recall the Modi Sharif and Makarfi Kwagmaya, there were such issues. All of the time, PDP has never survived, you know, throughout these 25 years without issues. So this one is one of them, and we are going to go past it. But the issue of reconciliation, I want to assure you, it's going to be something that we will address, you know, with seamless effort. You don't forget, 3 weeks back, we just put a committee, 2 of them are actually in place, that of reconciliation and discipline. And Nyesamoke is one of the persons expected to face that committee. And it's headed by no less a person than the elder statesman, Chief Tom.
So let's get to that. This committee that he's supposed to face, this disciplinary committee, tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a committee that is going to look into the issues. We've been receiving petitions with regards to anti-party or what do you call it, subverting, sabotaging rather the party all through the primaries and leading up to where we are now. And so those petitions have been aggregated.
Petitions against Mr. Wike?
Throughout the country, throughout the 36
against Mr. Wike?
Of course, yes. Okay. Party members felt Wike shouldn't have even gotten to this level still as a member of the PDP. And they've been writing to the party. And that is one thing you will give this leadership as presently constituted. It's been able to navigate the waters by ensuring that sanctioning people without actually giving them the opportunity of fair hearing, which is expected in a democracy, as opposed to what obtained before this leadership came into Umar Ilya led NWC came into being. In the days of Iyoche Ayu, who was taken out by the court, you would recall that what he did was to ensure that every morning he wakes up and slams the hedge hammer on members of the party. And 36 states of the party, throughout the 36 states, before we got to the election, the party was divided seriously against itself. And that was, in part, responsible for our failure.
Speaking about failure.
I was going to say, when is he supposed to see, when is he supposed to... The committee.
They are already writing him a letter, inviting him over, and that will come.
But you heard this comment about that committee. Several other party BOT members have faulted the constitution of that committee. They say, look, the committee is already skewed, and you expect other people to see them as neutral. But the party seems to be silent on that.
How do you expect a committee to be constituted? In this committee, you have an elder statesman like Chief Tom Ekimi, a former national chairman of a party that ruled this country, a former minister of foreign affairs, even in the days of the military, a consistent Democrat that has remained dogged and tenacious. I don't see anybody not respecting him. And it is membered by people who have also carved niches for themselves, ministers, senators, governors. So this committee is expected to be cowed by an individual.
You haven't read what Chief Bode George has said about the same committee?
Hey, that's an entitled opinion of Chief Bode George, and to which he is entitled.
But there's no date yet. Or when?
No, it has commenced sitting. Actually, it's commenced meeting, and it's already reviewing the approaches.
Another scenario, Ogun State.
Yes.
The chairman of the party in Ogun State is accusing the governorship candidates for the last election in the state of being high-handed and running the party the way he wants, and that was why the party lost the elections, and at this time, they will not have it. So that's another thing brewing there.
Yes, all the states have issues, one state or the other, including myself talking to you. I ran for the governorship of Kebbi State. I was not comfortable with even the NWC approach to my aspiration as at that time, because some of the things I expected I was going to benefit as a member of the NWC, I didn't get it, but it will not stop me from being a party member. I expressed my misgivings. I came first runner-up in the primaries, actually. And I was doing all of that because I would not subscribe to a view where somebody will leave his party or take part in the primaries of his party in the afternoon, and in the evening he is in PDP. And then he will now come and take the ticket of my own party that I've labored for decades to keep. That's an aberration. That's an abnormality. And we went through that. And I'm still here speaking for this party. So you remain a statesman, you remain a committed party man if you are sincerely committed to the party. Otherwise, we will just find ourselves, moving from the right and wrong.
But now that the party has said, the people in the state are saying, look, they will not allow that happen. That he will not get that governorship ticket the next election. They will make sure that happens.
It is for the people to determine. If it is his turn to get it and the people are with him, no one can stop him. An individual opinion will not constitute the views of the people. The chairman of the party is one of the millions in the states who are affiliated to the party. If the party and the preponderance majority of the people in Ogun State are still with this individual, they will get the ticket. And nobody stops it. That's the beauty of democracy, Chamberlain.
I mean, with everything that's going on in the PDP, there are people who believe that the party just doesn't have its act together and is not ready to face APC. And with a growing Labour Party as well. You know, does the PDP, in your view, are you in a better position you are, I mean, right now? Are you in a better position now than you were, let's say, 3 years ago?
Sure.
Or is it even worse now when it comes to cohesion in this party?
You see, that is the essence of this NWC, and that is the commendation that we would be allowed to take at the risk of sounding immodest. We've been able to, for the last 1 year plus, since you left the scene, unite the party. You've not seen us suspending people like it was the case during IU. In the build-up to the election, a lot of people felt aggrieved because of his approach, including this Wiki, and that was the genesis of the problem. The leadership of IU should have been magnanimous enough to approach Wiki with a sane mind, to console him for the loss, and to find a way of
placating. Those are five of them?
Five of them, of course. Wiki is the leader. So if you get Wiki, you would have gotten all those five. And that's why some of us in-house felt it was not proper. For the sacrifices Wiki put for this party, for his outstanding performance, you know, as one of our governors for the 8 years he did, some of the approaches that we put in ensuring that we manage the aftermath of the primaries was most unbecoming on our part. And that's why this leadership is saying, no, as opposed to that approach, let us continue to placate and then massage the egos of all our party members. Because you could see now the option of taking him away by the APC is there. If you continue to go like that, you will soon wake up and realize that there's nobody left in the party. We've lost Shema. We've lost Kwankwaso. We've lost Peter Obi. All of these people, imagine if they were in the party, if we would not have gone to win election. This APC said they have defeated us with 1 million plus. Just one of these governors, one of these names I mentioned, would have covered that gap for us and we would have been in power today. And certainly Nigerians would not have been confronted with this despair and despondency in the land.
So are you trying to get those same names you just mentioned back, or are you building new people?
Discussion is discussion is ongoing. Certainly you've seen Peter Obi discussing with Atiku, you've seen Peter Obi meeting with Erufai, you've seen Peter Obi. Party management is a very difficult thing, Chamberlain. And we're doing the best we can in this circumstance to navigate ourselves out of the quagmire we have found ourselves. But rest assured, there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. We have learned our lesson the bitter way.
I know it's far off. It's not even far. Politicians don't think it's too far. So what am I saying? So what do you see happening? Yes, he's having conversations, as you also have said now. So in the event that he comes back into the party, Peter Obi,
yes,
what then happens? I mean,
the bridge will cross when we get to it. I know where you are going.
I knew where I was going.
This is something like that bridge that cut off the community.
It's a bridge we will cross when we get to it.
No,
now it's too early in the day.
Wait for you to get. We were looking at Atiku, and then you want Peter to be there. Who's going to?
There are other names. You have had.
I'm interested in just these two.
Yes.
So what's going to happen?
Yes.
What's your plan?
One of them will concede for the other. And then we will have a direction. Our concern as a party and to these people that I've mentioned is to ensure that we salvage Nigerians from this despair and despondency, the twin maladies of hunger and poverty, and frightening insecurity in the land. You could see cluelessness and ineptitude on the part of these people managing the country. And to these people, salvaging Nigeria out of it is more important than their individual ambitions.
So if Atiku says, look, because some comments attributed to him says, he'll contest as long as he can, as long as he's healthy. So
it is a possibility. If he says so, we will then see how we will manage the situation like we have always managed it. No. On the other hand, you had him. On the other hand,
he didn't manage it properly last time. That's why he lost out.
Then the lessons we have learned will help us in managing it better this time. But one thing I will tell you, the same Atiku is saying, if it is better for him to get Nigeria out of this hopelessness, he will do so. That is a statement. It means that if...
How do you mean if it's better for him?
He recently said
or letting other people contest?
He must not be in the race. Atiku is saying that he's an entitlement to him as a Democrat. The Constitution provides that he could contest at any time. So what he's trying to tell you is that no ceiling inhibiting him from contesting. That is his fundamental democratic rights. But he's not saying that he would force it on the throat of either the party or the country. But he's saying that he would, as long as he remains healthy and within the provisions of the law, extant provision of the law, is entitled to contest, and he will contest. But certainly where you want to corner me, I'm telling you clearly, Peter Obi is suitably qualified. He can aspire, and we will support him if he gets the ticket. Atiku is suitably qualified, and if he gets the ticket, we will also rally behind him and give him the desired support to salvage Nigeria out of this.
What about you? Are you going to contest again for government?
Oh, sure. It goes without saying, just like Atiku. I'm young, you could see, I'm vibrant. So I could take it again.
Well, there you go. Never say never. That's what we hear these days. Ibrahim Abdullah is the Deputy National Chairman of National Publicity Secretary of the PDP. Thank you for coming and all the best.
My pleasure. Thank you.
New user.
Warriors, assemble.
Activating the Special One experience.
Our mission starts now.
Back to Henderson there. And